Hey, Carol Hart here to share my 50 Valentines project with you and to make a little Valentine-inspired ornament. Now, with the last name of Hart, I'm sure it'd be no surprise to you that it's a tradition in our household to exchange handmade Valentines. That usually takes the form of a layered card, and once I figure out a design, I make all the parts and then go about making them in an assembly line process because I make 50 cards every year. But this year I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I wanted to make a little art piece, and I wanted to have each one be just a little bit different. But wow, doing that, having that as a goal and having 50 of them to do was a little challenging, but I thought if I broke it down into something simple, like making sure that the base of each one was the same kind of material, and in my case I used a little stretch canvas panel, and we'll look closer at those in a minute. And then having 5 different styles and then doing 10 each of those styles and then embellish each one as I went along. So it made it a little more fun for me to make that many, and everybody gets a unique little piece. So let's take a closer look at these things. All right, here's the first style that I did, and this is a 3x3 stretch canvas panel. And what I've done is I've placed some crackle paste on the surface and then washed it with a fluid acrylic bronze color paint that's been thinned out so that green starts coming out of the bronze color, which is pretty cool. And then just added the little bit of wire and simulated pearl embellishment. The heart and the wings are made out of paper clay that I did, and then painted it with acrylics. And then just some computer generated text that on plain paper, and I just tore that out and then stained it up with some distress ink. So that's the first style. Then the second style, I used some napkins that I happen to have around, just glued that onto the surface, and then used some Perfect Pearl Mist spray in the heirloom gold just on the surface, painted the edges with gold, and then just the paper clay hearts, and then again some of the words and the wire. The third style that I did was using molding paste on the surface, and I just love this molding paste because it just has this look of, I don't know, marble to me, and it just adds this really nice texture. So I just painted that on the surface of the canvas panel, and then used a rubber stamp to stamp this splatter pattern with Versamark embossing ink, and then gold embossing powder to create all those gold speckles. And then again the wire and paper clay hearts. The fourth style, I used watercolor gel sticks to paint the canvas, this nice lavender color, and then using a flourish stamp, I stamped with Versamark embossing ink again, and then white embossing powder, and again some Perfect Pearls heirloom gold spray on the surface, and then the paper clay elements and the text and wire. The fifth style that I did was using some sheet music tissue paper that I glued onto the surface, and I kind of mushed it up a little bit so you'd have this kind of wrinkly texture kind of feel to the surface, and then use some stickle glitter, and then the paper clay heart and wings, and the computer generated text, and again the wire and simulated pearl embellishment. So let's make one of these things. Let's go with this style. Well, I confess I do have a few of these for sale in my Etsy shop, and the name of that shop is Hart Studios. But in the meantime, I hope I've inspired you to make a Valentine of your own to give to someone special. Thanks for watching and have a good day.